Hi everyone! This is my first time going live on YouTube. I've done it on Facebook a number of times, but it's my first time here. So I don't know if there will be folks live or not. It is so beautiful out. Do you see? I decided to come to a local park and do some work this morning. Yeah, it's really nice. I think I wasn't sure if there'd be mosquitoes or not, and so far there aren't any, maybe with this little breeze. And so it's beautiful, beautiful day to be out and beautiful place to be. I thought I felt some light language bubbling up, maybe for the collective, for myself, and I thought I would try it on Facebook, on YouTube Live. So, in Shukotahie, Shukot etisakudinta tiara, Shundo oro atakareshka, Sungorokata, Zikri Saata, Shesheshe. Konashata lele iratoeta, Zinguru shingara kaite kiera, Uzukotaka, Je, Usukota. Isakitono na a se oshikare ekaye, Shukotaka, Pero Tokota. I hope this isn't too windy for you. Kora atasakini na ata, Zikri ingara shot, Uskut, ut. Reta tekarita, Zukunakota, tekaya. Meshera nana. Oh, I had said I was going to record a video to help integrate all of these August energies that we have. There's been a ton of solar flares and other things. There was a lot of energy from the collective and around the Lionsgate event. And today is a big super moon, full moon, blue moon, all the moons today. So so let's just take a moment and ground first. It's always important. Actually, let me see if the ground is wet or not. A little bit. I don't really want to sit in the wet grass. So for these all of these August energies, I thought I would help anchor them in, help you be your best self, help make sure you're grounded. So grounding always comes first. So let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Be in your body. Be in your body now. Notice whatever's happening in your body. Notice where it's getting your attention. Remember to breathe. Pay attention to your in-breath through the nose. It's always really great for activating your governing meridian along your back. Or am I getting that wrong? No, I think I'm getting that wrong. Anyway, and then there's the central meridian in the front. And if you do one through the nose and one through the mouth, you get both. Yeah, so central meridian on the front. This feels so good. So in addition to helping you feel more centered, there's some more activations coming in through this transmission as well. Koshakalali ikara no sakarictoro, jacarata, zacarata, jacarata. And sekere engro ratatatata, koshka sits in the kut aite kishke yatoku. We we, sha, sha, sha. Ya na ni nu 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 nu. Ya ni na ya na ya na you. It's an alignment. Jikanu chinanina, jikonanana, and then an anchoring in. Try to play around with some sounds sometimes. You'll notice that if you allow yourself, it's like a precursor or it's part of light language. You can play around with the higher pitches that are in the higher chakras usually, and as you get lower, it helps you ground. It's a fun thing to play around with. Kind of like you're your own singing bowl. And then anchoring that in down through your chakras. So it's kind of fun to play around with sound and see how it affects you, how it affects your chakras, and be your own singing bowl. I'm sensing a lot of the word I'm hearing is conflation in the throat chakra. Conflation of concepts and ideas. We're being bombarded with information. And we process a lot of information. The stories we tell ourselves and our self-love and what we speak to others through our throat chakras, I've noticed. So it's good to take care of your throat chakra. Give it a little extra attention. A good way to clear is just to brush. You can brush your body, you can brush your throat. You can also use air to blow or wash your hands in water. You can touch the earth and use that for clearing too. So those were just some activations to an encouragement energetically to ground more and to be more in your body, be more in alignment with the earth. As you probably know, Earth is going through a transformation as well. So Earth is going through a transformation, and each of us are going through a transformation, and we're all connected. So notice when you're mad at a group of people, that you feel different from. Can you send them some love? Even if they are different. Can you see yourself reflected in them in some way? Sometimes I found for myself, I get most mad at others when they're displaying something about myself I don't like. So, can you find some way that you're similar? And be respectful of that. I'm not saying be okay with everyone's behaviors. There's plenty we can improve upon. But it's almost like step away from being mad at them, step back. Like your higher self would have a different opinion, right? A higher level opinion about that group of people. They're more likely to see the similarities. They're more likely to remember that we are all connected. That we're all here to learn. So allow each to learn at their own pace. That's not to say boundaries aren't good. They are good. But boundaries are for you to set. Good. Alele ikora molele ikareta. Dakiske. I've noticed this month has been very emotional for me and a lot of people. A lot of old patterns have been coming up. Nikutukunakateke te tukotaka. I felt a lot more in my human self. Usakechikitaki takotakaete. You have no boundaries. Your butt in particular. Ishakulala itokaskin. Isokulatikera koshkata. Yeah, I need to work on my boundaries too. Kosakitlakitakera. Atakotakan. I think that's one of the themes that keeps coming up is for people to actually sit down and think, what are my boundaries? I mean, whether you're enforcing them or not, what would you like for your boundaries to be? Um, and take some baby steps. Even just thinking about what your boundaries are would be really good. Kosakano kumadete tikite rakashkita kalala okola kaishkita koro koronate etekuskunate te shikotokanate. I'm just getting the sense when I speak of that, for all of us to get along, we all have to have healthy boundaries. That's what I'm hearing. It's when we infringe ourselves and push past other people's boundaries when we in the kuskina katake when we don't set our own boundaries and have strong sense of who we are, then we end up feeling victimized, right? And then resentful, angry, embarrassed, all the emotions. So I'd never thought about this or I'd never gotten this information, but that's what they're saying right now is a lot of us all merging and being more working towards a collective consciousness is that we all need to get along, which we're still working on, and we need to have strong boundaries for ourselves and for others. I'd never woven all that together before, which is a lot of reason why I'm always connected, but I have been more focused on earthy things this past month. And so, and I think that's to help me and others look at those things, look at those emotions that come up, to look at the boundaries that we are and aren't setting, and become more familiar with them and more comfortable with them, and also to release some of those old emotions that aren't serving us any longer. Maybe you have a new maybe you're still holding on to old emotions, but you have a new way of looking at the world. And there's some disparity between those two. So it's time to what's the word? Kind of like equalize those two such that you're bringing the old emotional trauma or old emotions that you've stored in your body and letting go of those so that you can come back up to where your new way of thinking is. So a lot of compassion for yourself and others. So if you can think of anything that comes to mind for you are letting go. You used to think these things when you were younger, right? Like we're mad at our parents when we're teenagers, right? And maybe you have a broader worldview now and a broader perspective, and you can go back and release some of that anger. So those types of things. How has your perception and perspective changed in recent years? But maybe you're still holding on to some of those old wounds from when you were younger, and you can find a happy medium. Keshkota. I hope this helps. Inota, isokonata, isinganokotaka, shiketeke. This is all, the light language that I'm speaking is all just energies. It's sound, it's healing energies to help you um, acclimate to what's being asked of you right now, to acclimate to your new tasks that you've been given. And your tasks may be different from mine. And that's okay. And just work on the ones that you have been given. You'll probably notice some themes have been coming up for the past few weeks, and you probably don't like them. Or maybe you do. Maybe they're awesome. Maybe it's learning to trust that the miraculous is here and that things can go your way because it keeps happening. So maybe it's time to trust them. Maybe it's time to trust that you have guides working with you. So I think that's coming up as a theme, is what I'm hearing as well. Trust, boundaries, emotional release and regulation. And being more accepting of others. You don't have to like everything they do, but appreciate that they're probably trying their best. Just like you're trying your best. Maybe they don't have your background and experience. At the soul level, at the human level. So how can we extend more compassion, empathy towards others who are the least like ourselves? That is, so you got my throat chakra. That's where we struggle the most with just in general. That's where we struggle the most. In general, we're very judgmental. So just remember, every time you say something negative about someone else, you're actually saying it about yourself. Either, even if you're not even if you're not like that now, you may have been like that in a past life, or you might be like that in the future when your circumstances change. You are not the soul. You are not only who you are today. At the soul level, you are so much. You're so much more expanded than who you are now today and what you've gone through in this particular lifetime. Hale ikota. It's here to help you learn. Lele iketa hora tata. But see if you can transcend that at some level. That's what we're working towards. Remembering who we are at the soul level. And at the soul level, we love each other. We have compassion for each other. We have boundaries with each other as well. Those are important. We don't simply we can have compassion and boundaries at the same time. So it's not a question of either or, but it does require me and you to spend some time thinking about what are our boundaries, what is acceptable to me, what is not acceptable to me. How do I want to lead my life? How can I lead my life that's not infringing upon others? That's the messages I'm hearing right now. Any other thoughts or questions? This has been fun. Oh my gosh, the sky is spectacular, right? Let me see. I welcome in the full moon energies Iki guna kati ata isekate, and I anchor them in oshokotate. These big changes that we have coming in our life. Take time to rest, take time to reflect, take time to grow. Kuru onate. Be patient with yourself, and especially be patient with others. Kauutaka. We're all growing at the same time in different ways. Kusha. Sese etohoshkitana. Tikitikirukunakte. Eventually, we will all get there, and we will all be productive members of our race. Of our solar system, our universe. But patience and boundaries and love. I hope you are all well. It was so nice to connect with you this way and share this beautiful energy. Thank you so much. Love you.